How much would your life change if you knew every single time someone told you a lie? Even if that someone was you. Lies like, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you can't own a business, and you definitely will never make more than you did in your old corporate job. Get ready to be proactive, passionate, productive, and oh so profitable in a way you never before experienced by opening your eyes to the Big Fat Lies Show. Now, here is your host of Big Fat Lies, success sorceress, and entrepreneurial spiritual mentor, Jennifer Cramer Lewis.
Happy Monday, happy fun day. Are you getting ready to have an amazing week? Or are you already overwhelmed? Are you already overworked? And we're only one day into the work week. I wonder. Goodness. So next, we're going to talk about manifesting generators and what is required for a manifesting generator to create a work-life balance. This is my own energy type. We've also got a manifesting generator listing in the audience, and manifesting generators are able to do something called skip steps. So, like if it's a 25-step process to create a business, manifesting generators would probably get down to a 13-step process pretty freaking quick. And so creating a work-life balance for a manifesting generator, one, isn't always the same, if that makes sense. So like it's never, basically for human beings, it's never only, like the gurus are like, here's my 13-step process. Here's my 25-step process. Here's my 51-step process to, create a 6-figure business or create a 7-figure business. Well, one, who asked? And for manifesting generators, I would say to create a work-life balance, you have to be able to skip steps. So if you are trying to create a work-life balance by ticking every single freaking box, that's never going to work for you, manifesting generators. You know what you need to do. You know what you don't need to do, and you need to give yourself permission to be able to skip steps. Now, for me, I would say it looks like having your groceries delivered. It looks like online shopping. It looks like if you're having a party, have it freaking catered. Get someone else to do the shopping for you. It's having a secretary. It's having an assistant. It's having support. You are not a one-man band, manifesting generators. In most cases, even if you have the energy, it's best used elsewhere, if that makes sense. Now, I watched a thing, there's a trainer, I wish I knew his name. Anyways, there's a trainer out of Australia. There was a video where he was talking about how the only things in life that are finite are your time and your attention. Everything else is infinite, like abundance is infinite, money is infinite. Just like everything that you love is infinite, like everything that you think that there's a finite amount of, one, you're wrong. And two, it's just your time and your attention. So for manifesting generators, what you are spending your time and attention on, if it's that whole 25-step process, that's actually incorrect for you. You may be here to do 5 of the 25 steps and then turn over 10 of the 25 steps to someone else and then forget about the other steps that someone else says needs to be done. So that's the thing about manifesting generators, is they are here to skip steps. Now they may find out later, oh shit, we skipped that one step and now we have to go back and do it. But now you know that that's an essential step. So that ends up being part of your data. So I would say, give yourself permission to skip the steps, please. because there's nothing more boring and frustrating than trying to drive yourself through a 25-step process as a manifesting generator. You can actually sniff test a lot of this. You know, your instincts, like your human design chart, are going to tell me what your instincts are, and to be able to, how to be able to use them correctly. And that's part of my process is, you know, like a deep visceral understanding of how individual people's bodies work. And then to invite them into knowing way more about, like, how do you know what a yes is? How do you know what a no is? How do you know what a maybe is? How do you know what, like, you know, oh, that's only 15% maybe, and really a huge percent of no. And then giving yourself permission to never say yes to something that is a no. And I would say, especially for manifestors and manifesting generators, if you're spending a lot of time saying yes to things that are a no for you, then that's going to be super freaking frustrating, super freaking frustrating. And good luck having a work-life balance when you're frustrated. Good luck. And so that's the not self of both manifesting generators and generators, is frustration. And so you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. And then there's also like a huge range of health concerns that can be for manifesting generators and generators, you know, like anxiety, insomnia, all of those things. And so to move away from it, definitely collecting data, and definitely like spending time again, like, I don't know, the energy is like stargazing, you know, like just really just zoning out and, you know, witnessing beautiful things, and, you know, spending time listening to this like ridiculously gorgeous music, or learning to move your body to ridiculously gorgeous music. That's something that I just freaking love, you know, and like playful music and, you know, silly music, and, you know, like just really, as a manifesting generator, what I would say is that you're here to speed up the joy on the planet. And so if you're not speeding up your own personal joy, and if you're not spending a whole lot of time just really enjoying your life, I'm going to say it again, enjoying your life, then God, it can just be so freaking frustrating. So freaking frustrating. And so the last thing that I want to say about work-life balance for manifesting generators is that if you walk into a room and you sample the energy of the room and you're like, oh, fuck, I am not supposed to be here, please give yourself permission to leave. You're here to skip steps. And so maybe one of the steps is staying at this party. Maybe it's like, okay, this is the step I can skip, hanging around with these people. I wonder if that's true for you. Do you give yourself permission to sample the energy of a room and then get the hell out if that doesn't work for you? I wonder. I would love to give you permission to do that. So generators, oh my freaking goodness, generators. So you are actually here to be the life's blood and like the builders of the world. Builders of the world. So I would say that if you have correct work and you have correct love relationships, and you give yourself permission to just dig in and do the juicy generative work that you came here to do, you're probably the happiest campers. Like, you do have the ability to have a 10-hour workday or a 12-hour workday, and, you know, getting your head down and like creating a new concept, if that's your type. You know, like really just digging into some juicy stuff. Generators, you have the ability to do that. So creating a work-life balance might be you working long days because you freaking love it, because you're designed to do that. Like, how freaking cool would that be if you gave yourself permission as a generator to have a longer work day, no matter what? So if it's like, you're coming up, you're a painter, or you're an artist, or you're a scientist, or you're like my naturopath, like you just love what you do. You want to dig in, you want to do that type of work. It just like gives you so much vitality and passion to be able to do this type of work. Well, then highly recommend that the people in your life need to be the people who will champion you, that you are doing your very best work, and that you are in the right place at the right time with the right people who will champion you to do your work, generators. Because there's nothing more awful and debilitating for generators than being not able to do the correct work for them. And it's in your human design charts. Like, I can see it, whether you're supposed to have a group program, or you're supposed to work one-on-one, or you're supposed to have a practice where we're hopping from client to client and, like having a ton of clients all day. That's like really obvious to me in your human design chart. So that might be something that we could work on in your limitless process. And so why did I call it limitless? I called it limitless because there was no limits on the information that you could receive from this reading, or this set of readings, working with me for a month. Like I wanted it to be, for us to be able to focus it on a primary concern. Like maybe it's a health concern, maybe it's a relationship concern, maybe it's a wealth concern, maybe you're just not happy and you're not fulfilled in your life. And so the charts themselves are going to give me a ton of information, but us working together, putting our heads together on creating a life that's like really switched on, really juicy, super freaking satisfying. That's what you're here to be, generators. You're here to be so freaking satisfied, not to be underworked. At the end of the day, you're going to feel like, I really freaking did it. I can't wait to go back to work tomorrow because I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. That's what it feels like to be a generator. You're just like, I can't wait for work tomorrow. Or maybe you're the type of person who's like, I'm going to stay up all night because I'm really on a roll. And so you need to set up your life, generators, so that the people around you champion you in a healthy way to be able to do the work that's so deeply satisfying to you. So freaking good. Oh my goodness. So after the break, we're going to talk about projectors and reflectors. Those are more juicy energy types. Can't wait to talk about it. So join me after the break.
Do you want to know what the biggest, fattest lie is in the whole world? Jennifer Cramer Lewis has discovered, after working with hundreds of conscious, heart-centered entrepreneurs, that they believe in the lie that if you work harder, smarter, and faster than everyone else, only then will you be rewarded with success. Jennifer audaciously stakes claim that what is pleasurable for you will always be your direct route to the big bucks. Jennifer knows working this hard is robbing you of your dream life. What would you say if she gave you the keys to the Ferrari called your correct energy? What would change if you had a burnout-proof business plan, a juicy switched-on energy field calibrated by correct business practices, as well as Jennifer's success sorcery, deep psychic awareness, and support? The investment for this process is 1/6 what Jennifer's VIP level clients pay. Why? Jennifer believes that once you have this information, you become limitless. And that's exactly what this planet needs more of. Choose your limitless life and business at 888.jennifercramerlewis.com. That's 888.jennifercramerlewis.com.
Lies with success sorceress and entrepreneurial spiritual mentor, Jennifer Cramer Lewis. Join us next week at 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Eastern on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until next week, Jennifer invites you to laugh at limitation and live your life delightfully by opening your eyes to the Big Fat Lies Show.